Oh, you get to watch it twice there. Hey everybody, this is Rod with VPT Live. Hi. All you self-directed traders, ruthless profiteers, prudent speculators, active investors. We're going to just do a very quick Mother's Day edition of the Trade Journal screencast. So happy Mother's Day to everybody. Going to make this pretty quick, hopefully under 3 to 4 minutes. So a little bit about what we'll be stocking this week, and we'll take a quick look at what happened last week. So let me go to the charts real quick. And where are my charts? They're right over here. So really 4 things that I wanted to highlight today. Upper left is the 10-year note. Upper right is the SPDR, SPY ETF. Bottom right is Apple. And then bottom left we have the VIX, or the volatility index. So let's start by taking a look at, this is the 10-year note, folks. On TradingView, you can get the 10-year note by just typing in the symbol TNX. So this is TNX on a daily, and I've actually hand-drawn in some of these support and resistance levels for NinjaTrader and other platforms, and soon for TradingView we'll have these dynamic, we call them DST, dynamic support and resistance trading. So the 10-year note, if you've been following the markets a little bit, this has been the talk of the town for a long time. I mean, interest rates and bonds are an integral component, of course, of the markets. The bond market is much bigger than the stock market, and it reminds me kind of when the talk was for 5 to 10 years that this is going to be the year of mobile. This will be the year that mobile actually takes over. Well, that finally did happen a couple of years ago, where people are doing more mobile searches, and mobile finally did become the force that everyone talked about it being. Well, I think it's the same thing with the bond market, that this will probably finally be the year where we do see rates begin to creep up a little bit, and that's going to affect the stock market. How it's going to affect it, we don't know. What I like to do is look at just the 10-year note here in terms of yield, and then the way we play this is through the TLT. So this was the level here around 223, 225. You can see the next level up there at 236. If we do see rates get back up here, then I cannot see how the broader averages can rally initially with these types of movements in the rates. Now, if we see this level kind of hold, it opens up for some interesting opportunities in the TLT, being long the TLT. You can see that we're right here on our moving average. This is a 233 EMA. So we're going to be watching and stalking, as we say, TNX. The next thing we'll look at is just the SPY. Very, very simple. Also drawn in these. So as Faulkner said, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. That's what's been happening with the broader averages for this entire year. Really, since November, we're right back up at the top. Risk reward for me still favors fading this area. So I picked up a little bit of SPDR puts for May and for June. Right at the close on Friday. Now, we've seen before that these levels can get violated very quickly and spike right through them. I mean, let's say if we drew a midpoint right here, very often we spike right back up. But this has been resistance for quite a while, and until the bulls can really prove themselves. Now, what's the backdrop that would allow that to happen? Well, it's the thing we probably don't see coming, meaning that their earnings is almost over, so what drives us to new levels? Who knows? So for now, we'll play the technicals and looking to favor some shorts. SPDR puts, QQQ, IWM puts, all the charts look pretty similar in the broader averages. Then we're going to come down here and take a look at volatility. This is the VIX. And let me see, is this on the daily? Let's go to 1 day. That looks like it's XIV. This is XIV, so VIX. Give me VIX. There we go. Okay, this is the volatility index. Also, let's just draw a little thing in here. I mean, you can just see just banging right along the bottom there. So the magical number has been anything under 13, and anytime volatility drops below 13, that's been a period where we see a top in the S&P. We just looked at the S&P. What a surprise, we're near a top in the S&P. So the way we play this is through that previous chart that I showed there before. Anyone who's been following along with VPT Live, our Trade Journal screencast updates, has known that I've really liked playing XIV from the short level. You can look around in the video archive, video library, you can find a lot of other videos about shorting XIV as a way to hedge a portfolio and also get some exposure to volatility increasing as opposed to decreasing. So looking for the VIX to move from the 12 halves back up to 15, 16, where it just was on Wednesday. You can see a little bit of risk up here to maybe the 40, 47, 48 level. This would probably require volatility to go back into the 11s or 10s and stay there for a little while. So we're also going to be favoring shorts in XIV. And then finally, we're always watching Apple. Apple's kind of in no man's land. This is Apple on the daily. Spiked up on the earnings, 134. Pulled back, as did a lot of stocks right after earnings, and now sort of been consolidating here between 124 and let's call it 130. We are going to be a buyer then. Again, the bulls have held this level multiple times. That's coming in as, we could make it blue here, so it's a little more consistent with our color pattern. So we'll be watching this level down here, 123.5, 124. Remember, Apple's just so big that it's the ATM of the market, and it's going to follow the broader markets more often than not. It will lead, it will usually not lag, and there'll be times, since it's now in the Dow, of course, it's in every major index. It's in the S&P 500, it's in the Dow, it's in the QQQs, it's the largest weighting in the NASDAQ 100, so we always have to take a look at Apple. So those are the 4 stocks that we'll be stocking this week, in addition to our stocking list that you can check out at vptlive.com. So we'll be looking at the 10-year note, spiders, Apple, and volatility. Okay, we'll leave it there for now. Oh, one last thing, I guess we can take a quick look. This is what's going on in the model portfolio. If I switch this to net gain and go to month to date, it's the 10th here, so we're 10 days into the trading month, and we've had a pretty good month so far. So Celgene and UNH and Apple have led to the majority of our gains. We had Baidu sort of roll over on us, but we weren't really too heavy up on that. So this Celgene, I did a video on that, worked out very, very nicely, and that's got the portfolio well into the black for the month. All right, now we'll leave it there for now. This is Rod with VPT Live, reminding you always trade like a mean, and it's Sunday, May 10th. It's Mother's Day. Go out and have a great Mother's Day, and we'll see you in the VPT Live trading room on Tuesday. Thanks.